Today I'm going to actually talk about what it looks like when you attach high-stakes consequences to these tests under value-added models. And what I'm doing is research on the SAS, Education Value-Added Assessment System. EVAS, as it's known, is intended and unintended effects in a major urban school system that is actually using value-added to give merit pay and to terminate teachers. Houston Independent School District is the largest, highest need district in Texas, the 7th largest school district in the country, and approximately 92% of its students are from racial minority backgrounds. As part of its Aspire program, the district is using EVAS to reward teachers with merit pay and also to terminate them from teaching. It's using value added more than any other district in the entire country for high stakes purposes. What is the SAS EVAS? According to the EVAS on the website, is the most comprehensive reporting package of value-added metrics available in the educational market. It's the largest VA system, value-added system. Tennessee, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Ohio use it statewide, and other districts and other schools are rapidly adopting and implementing this model. EVAS developers have over 20 years of experience developing this model, so this is arguably the best model that we have in terms of value added. So it's very important to look at its implications once it hits practice. According to EVAS developers, EVAS assesses and predicts student performance with precision and reliability, which goes back to what Professor Hartel was talking about, this consistency. It is the most robust and reliable system available, and teachers who move from one environment to another will rank just as well and should be classified similarly by EVAS over time. So let's put these assumptions to the test and look at 3 cases in point. In the spring of 2011, a number of the district's teachers' contracts were not renewed, largely due to either a significant lack of student progress attributable to the educator and insufficient student academic growth reflected by EVAS value-added scores. These teachers filed wrongful termination appeals, and I served as the expert witness on many of their cases. So let's take a look at their EVAS data and see if they in fact showed insufficient student academic growth. Here's teacher A. Teacher A had been a teacher for more than 10 years teaching elementary school in the district since 2000. You'll see teacher A's data here since 2007 through 2010, the most recent year for which we had data. And the green is where she added value, and the red is where she detracted value. As you'll see, 8 out of 16 of these observations are adding value, and 8 out of 16 are detracting. So with this model, the probability that this teacher was actually an effective teacher was no different than the flip of a coin. Teacher A exceeded expectations across every domain in her supervisor evaluations, and she was given a Teacher of the Month award in 2010 by her colleagues and a Teacher of the Year award in 2008. The outcome for Teacher A is she decided not to pursue a due process hearing and decided to quit teaching in the district. Teacher B. Teacher B, a career changer with a bachelor's and a master's degree in mathematics, was certified as a math teacher via the district's alternative teaching certificate program, and she taught middle and high school math. As you'll see, Teacher B's relative value-added scores were negative for 2 years and then positive for the last year that she had value-added data. Note, though, that she taught alongside another math teacher who taught nearly half of her students math an equal amount of time per week, yet she was held accountable for the test scores, when theoretically she was teaching the students approximately 50% of math the whole year long. Outcome for Teacher B, she decided to quit teaching and not pursue a wrongful termination hearing. Teacher C graduated with a bachelor's degree in 2005, was also certified via an alternative teaching certificate program, and she took a full-time position in the district in 2006. You'll see here up until 2009, 2010, she added value 3 out of 6 times, she detracted value 3 out of 6 times. Again, just like Teacher A, the probability that she was an effective teacher is no different than a flip of a coin. Now, in 2009, 2010, Teacher C was assigned to teach a large number of English language learners who were transitioned into her classroom. Teacher C said, "I went to a transition classroom and now there's a red flag next to my name. I guess now I'm an ineffective teacher? I keep getting letters from the district saying, you've been recognized as an outstanding teacher, this, and that. But now because I teach English language learners who transition into my class, my scores drop, and I get a flag next to my name for not teaching them well?" Teachers in Houston that we talk to generally note that teachers who teach ELLs in transition are the least likely to show growth. And so that gets back to the bias that Professor Rothstein specifically was talking about. Outcome for teacher C, she decided not to pursue a wrongful termination hearing and decided to quit teaching in the district. Some other unintended consequences of the EVAS. Teachers in Houston say that earning merit pay based on EVAS scores is like winning the lottery, since it appears unpredictable and a function of random year-to-year instabilities not related to changes in teaching and instruction. One teacher characterized the system as chaotic. Ratings change considerably when teachers change grade levels, as we saw, often from ineffective to effective within 1 year and vice versa. One teacher noted, "I do what I do every year. I teach the way I teach every year. My first year got me pats on the back. My second year got me kicked in the backside. And for my third year, scores were off the charts. I got a huge bonus, and now I'm in the top quartile of all the English teachers. What did I do differently? I have no clue." Another teacher noted, "We had an 8th grade teacher, a very good teacher, the real science guy. But every year he showed low EVAS growth. My principal flipped him with the 6th grade science teacher who was getting the highest EVAS scores on campus, huge EVAS scores. And now the 6th grade teacher who moved up is showing no growth, but the 8th grade teacher who was sent down is now getting the biggest bonuses on campus." The conclusion here is that teachers teaching in grades in which English language learners are transitioned into mainstreamed classrooms are the least likely to show added value. One teacher noted, "I'm scared to teach in the 4th grade. I'm scared I might lose my job if I teach in an ELL transition grade level because I'm scared my scores are going to drop. And I'm going to get fired because there's probably going to be no growth." Another teacher noted, "When they say nobody wants to do 4th grade, nobody wants to do 4th grade. Nobody." Teachers teaching larger numbers of special education students in mainstream classrooms are also found to have lower value-added scores on average. Teachers teaching students in consecutive years report receiving bonuses for the first year and nothing the next as they max out on growth. And this is teachers who loop. So they might teach 3rd grade and they follow teachers into the 4th grade, and they're finding that they max out in the 3rd grade and they can't grow their students anymore in the 4th grade. One teacher noted, "I found out doing this that I have been competing with myself." Teachers teaching gifted students report adding little value as well because their students are near the top. A gifted teacher noted, "Every year I have the highest test scores. I have fellow teachers that come up to me when they get their bonuses. One recently came up to me and literally cried, 'I'm so sorry.' I'm like, 'Don't be sorry. It's not your fault. Here I am with the highest test scores and I'm getting 0 in bonuses. It makes no sense year to year how this works. How do I, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get higher than 100%. Another gifted teacher noted, "I have students in a 5th grade reading class who score at the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade levels in reading, but I'm like, please babies, score at the 9th grade level, because if you don't score at the 9th or 10th grade or higher in 5th grade with me, I'm going to show negative growth. Even though you're gifted and you're talented and you're high, I can only push you so much higher when you're already so high. I'm scared." Other unintended intended effects. According to EVAS developers, the EVAS provides valuable diagnostic information about instructional practices. It helps educators become more proactive, make more sound instructional choices, helps teachers use resources more strategically to ensure that every student has the chance to succeed. Again, let's take a look at the data in terms of response. EVAS output does not make sense to educators. According to the teachers, we cannot figure this thing out. It is very ambiguous. We're all teachers confused. Because EVAS data are received months after students leave, and because it offers no insights about practice, teachers note they are learning nothing about what they did or did not do effectively or how they might improve their instruction based on these data. Teachers are frustrated by the lack of professional development provided about their value-added scores or how to understand them, especially with the instabilities that they're seeing, and how to use them to improve their own instruction. Evaluation of classroom practice is also being distorted. Teachers note that supervisors are beginning to skew their observational scores to match value-added output rather than offering an independent assessment of learning. So they're using the EVAS is the indicator that is trumping the supervisor evaluation scores. And so principals who see that a teacher might be low on the EVAS will skew their scores down to make sure that they're consistent. Teachers report learning how to boost their scores by avoiding certain students and types of students and by seeking assignments to teach particular subjects and grades. Teachers all agreed it's better to get average kids. Yes, because the regular kids, you can grow those kids. The ones on the extremes, the outliers, it's most difficult to grow. Lastly, teachers are held accountable for subject areas that other teachers are teaching to the same students at the same time. Teachers are being evaluated for content that they are not teaching, but for which they're teachers of record. Teachers are being excused from value added if class sizes are too small. This specifically affects special education students. And finally, conclusions. Teachers are inaccurately evaluated by value-added measures like EVAS. According to one teacher, this system, which is supposed to be the best system out there with 20 years of development, has so many imperfections, it's not even funny. The unintended effects include large variations in scores, unconnected to changes in practice. There's unreliability, instability, the confusion and demoralization of teachers, distortion of other evaluation information, disincentives to teach newly mainstreamed English language learners, special education students, gifted students, and those students in certain grade levels, and also disincentives to remain in teaching. Thank you.